Good morning, period 2. Today we're on page 97 and 98 of the yellow Smarter Balance book. Make sure you have a paper and pencil ready to take notes. Okay, so page 97 starts with question number 16. Multiply 7.952 times 8. Now remember, you need to make sure that because there's 3 decimal places in your question, that there's 3 decimal places in your answer. Then it says, explain how you know your answer is reasonable. The way you do that is by using estimating, which means rounding. Round this to the nearest whole number times 8 and see if your answer is close to the estimate. Question number 17. Write the letter for the place value in the box next to the value that shows 143.649 rounded to the place value. So for A, you want to round it to the nearest tenths. So you're looking at the 6. What does the 4 tell you to do? So your answer should end in the tenths place. So this either stays a 6 and ends, or it goes up to a 7. And then you're going to round it to the nearest hundreds. The 1 is in the hundreds place. Then you're going to round it to the ones, then the tens, and then lastly the hundredths, and put the letters in the correct box. Remember, the easiest way to do this when you're doing it is underline the number where it's talking about. So for example, tenths, I'm going to underline the 6. And then you look to the number to the right of it. What does the 4 tell you to do? Hundreds, I'm going to underline the 1. And then I'm going to look at the 4. What does the 4 tell me to do? And so on. Question number 18. 3 divided by 1/4. Rob bought blank pounds of roast beef. So what is he dividing? How many pounds is he dividing? And then he made sandwiches for a picnic and used blank pounds of roast beef on each sandwich. So on each small sandwich, which one of these numbers is he putting on a sandwich? Okay, question number 19. Again, I'm going to help you with the picture because they're very hard to understand in my opinion. This first number is going to be 3/2. Because if you look at this box right here, see how it has black lines? This box equals 1 whole. This 1 whole is divided in half. So this is 1/2 right here, 1/2 right here, and then 1/2 right here. So you have 3 halves is going in this top number. And then in this number, you have 7/5. Because again, this is 1 whole and this is vertically divided into 5 pieces. So 5, 6, 7. So 7/5 goes in this. For part B, you're going to be multiplying 3/2 times 7/5. 3/2 times 7/5. Make sure you cross cancel if possible. Make sure you reduce. Question number 20. Carl drove 617.3 miles. For each gallon of gas, the car can travel 41 miles. There's our keyword each. It means multiply or divide. But if I'm taking my distance and I'm separating into each gallon of gas, I'm going to be dividing. So you're going to take 617.3 divided by 41. But as we continue to read, it says select a reasonable estimate. So we're going to use compatible numbers. What's a number that's close to 41 that's a nice round, easy number to count by? And then what's a number that's close to this number that whatever, I'd round this one first. Like let's say I rounded this to 40. I need a number that's close to this number that 40 will go into evenly. And then you divide your rounded numbers and see which answers you get. There should be 2 answers. Solve all the way to number 20 before you continue with the video. Okay, let's see how you did. On question number 16, you're multiplying 7,952 times 8. And let me just look at something really quick. Yeah, 7,952 times 8. So you get 63,616. And then I rounded this up to 8,000 for my estimating. Times 8 is 64,000. Notice these are close. I know when I read the book, I thought it was a decimal because I couldn't see that far away. I need glasses. But it's a comma, not a decimal. No big deal. If you had a decimal, just change it to a comma. Because this is close to my estimate, I can say that my answer is reasonable. Okay, for number 17, E, if you're going down the boxes, it's E, B, C, A, D. Because if I round to the nearest hundredths, and let me go back. Okay, so this one is rounded to the nearest 100 because it ends in the hundreds place. This one is rounded to the nearest hundreds because this is 100. This one is rounded to the nearest ones place. This one is rounded to the nearest tenths because it ends in the tenths place. And this one is rounded to the nearest tens. Question number 18. He bought 3 pounds of roast beef and he made 1/4 pound for each sandwich. Obviously, you're going to be dividing the bigger amount of roast beef to make each sandwich. Number 19. 7 over 5 times 3 over 2. You can't cross cancel. So you get 21 over 10. Remember, when the top number is bigger, you're going to divide. So 21 divided by 10 goes in 2 times with 1 left over. So 2 and 1/10. For question number 20, I rounded 41 to 40 because anything that ends in 0 is easier to count by. And then 600, 4 goes into 60, so that's why I rounded it to 600. So 600 divided by 40 gave me 15, which is close to 16, so it could be either one of these two answers. Anyway, estimating means round before you add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Okay, if you have any questions, email me.